standard deviation and variance. So there are two types of standard deviation. First, for the population standard deviation, another sample standard deviation. What is the difference between population and sample? First, if we collect the whole available data for the experiment, all data, that is called population. And if we consider the whole data for the whole experiment, that is called population experiment, population deviation. And for the sample, we just have few data, few part of the data, that is called sample. To find the standard deviation for population and sample, it's a different way. So let's first we explain about the population variance and population standard deviation. So population standard deviation, population variance, population variance. This formula we have to use for the population variance. As x is the value of the observations, mu is the population mean. This is called mu. It's a population mean. The simple mean and population mean can be found by the same way, but the standard deviation and variance are in different way. And the number of observations in the population. I just want to explain. What is the difference between variance and standard deviation? Standard deviation is just square root of the population variance, of the variance. So, if in order to find the standard deviation, we need to find variance first, and then just take the square root of that. That's it, nothing else. So, it's obviously population standard deviation. This only under root for this. Same way. That's it. You have to use this formula. So, how to use this formula and how we find the population standard deviation, I will explain by the one question. For example, we need to find the population standard deviation for the value 38, 26, 13, 41 and 22. There are 5 values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order to find standard deviation, you just need to find mean first. Mean. (38) plus 26 plus 30 plus 41 plus 22. Divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divide by 5, which is 28. This is very simple, you can find easily. Now we need to find the standard deviation by using this mean. So in order to find standard deviation, we need to make the table for the x and the x minus mu, and the square for the same value. So x 38, 26, 13, 41 and 22. So mu is the mean. So 38 minus 28, it is 10. 26 minus 28 is minus 2. 13 minus 28 is minus 15. 41 minus 28, 13. And 22 minus 28, it is minus 6. If you need to verify your result, you just check the total for this column will be 0. In same mean deviation and here also. In mean deviation, we are taking the absolute value, but here we are taking the square root. Absolute value is also positive, and the square root is also positive for the negative value also. So the square root of 10 is 100. For minus 2, same as 2, it's a 4. Minus 15 square root, 225. 13 square root, 169. Minus 6 square, 36. Now, just need to take the total for this. The total is 534. Only we need to take total for this. So the variance, population variance, variance 535 divided by 5. We have to take the total for this. As we know the formula, total of h minus mu square divided by n. N 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So this is 106.8. Population standard deviation. This population standard deviation. Under root of 106.8. As I already told you, you have to check the only square root. This is 10.3. That's it. This is the very simple. Just check and take photograph if you need. Next one, sample standard deviation. Sample standard deviation we are getting from the sample only. The formula for sample standard deviation first we need to find sample variance. Sample variance. Total of x square minus total x whole square divided by n. Whole divided by n minus 1. Sample SP standard deviation, it's just square root for this. Total of x square minus total of x whole square divided by n minus 1. Be careful when you are calculating. This means here the total for the all x square table, and this first you get the total then square. This is the difference. Okay, don't be confused in these two values. Here, if I use the bracket means you need to find total for x first, then square. Here, you have to find the individual square and then total. These are the two differences. And here, I am using small n for the number of samples, and capital N total population. That is for the population standard deviation. So let's take a question for this value also. Find the question, the hourly wages for a sample of part-time employee company, any company are US dollar equivalent and 6, 8, 9, 5. What is the sample variance and standard deviation? Okay, so you have here, this is the clearly mentioned. The first line, sorry, here the clearly mentioned you have given the sample. You have to be careful about this value only. US dollar 2, 10, 6, 8, and 9. That's all. The remaining is no problem. So let's define the sample standard deviation for this only. So here the values are, we need the two table only, x and x square only. That's it. This is more easy compared to previous one. So here the value 2, 10, 6, 8, and 9. This is very easy compared to previous one. Here we don't need to find mean. X square means 2 square, 4, 10 square, 100, 6 square, 36, 8 square, 64, and 9 square, 81. Now you need total. Total for this 35. Total for this 285. This is the total of x square, so you mentioned total of x square. 285. Total of x 35. Now you have to use sample variance formula. What formula we have to use? Total of x square minus total of x whole square divided by n divided by n minus 1. So total of x square 285 minus total of x 35 n square divided by how many number? N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This you have to find out to together and then whole. 5 minus 1. If you calculate this, you will get the value 10. Check by yourself. This is the sample variance. For standard deviation, same. For standard deviation, under root of variance, always either sample or population. So this formula is applicable for both, either sample or for population. So under root 10, this is 3.16 approximate. Okay, so these are the two types of the standard deviation and variance. Okay, thank you for watching this video.